No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smackin' Raw podcast, episode 122. I am your host, the Warden, Matt Ritter, and I am here, as always, with my co-host, Sir Cuss-A-Lot, Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. T-Money, a.k.a. T-Bag, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. the HNIC, a.k.a. King That Thing.
A.K.A. King Dangalang.
That's what I said. That was the last thing I said, King That Thing.
No, it's King Dangalang.
On top of which, you went on Super Flashy Arrow and did your own intro, and not only did you call yourself what you just said, or you didn't call yourself what you just said, but then you just called yourself that thing, and you dropped the whole king.
Your point?
So how am I going to give you a nickname, and then you go fuck up that nickname? And why is it you're only what you like to call yourself here on the Smackin' Raw podcast, but over there with Mara, which, by the way, has more views on Pornhub than we do. So I think if you should be king that anywhere, it should be on that podcast. I'm also going to assume that that's just because there's a girl in the video and they think they're going to see her naked, but I'm not going to discourage it. If people want to go to Pornhub and check out Super Flashy Arrow or the Smackin' Raw, you guys can do that at pornhub.com/users/creation world. Please go check it out. Point is,
check your phone.
I should check my phone. Yeah, that's great. Not saying it ever. My point is, that's where you should be that. That's where you should be that. Because that's where you're getting the most views on Pornhub. And that makes sense to me. And while we're on the subject of Pornhub and your member and its royal status, why don't you put the brains to use in that member and get yourself a panda gift for Sasha's DMs?
Yes, sir.
And for all of you at home, I would love to play some like 90s R&B in the background while Travis does that, but apparently that is no longer allowed because YouTube did not like my use of Pony for 10 seconds in our podcast last week. So now you just get to hear me talk or silence while Travis searches panda gifts, which is some fucking bullshit. Like, really, I didn't even get like a full verse of Pony played out. It was just the instrumental and like 2 lines, and that's a fucking copyright claim. I had this happen to me once before. I used Kanye West's Hey Mama, and here's the thing, I expect that from Kanye West and his people in YouTube, because even though I'm from Chicago, Kanye West's a fucking prick. Like, I expect that shit from Kanye. I do not expect that shit from Genuine, his people, or YouTube on Genuine's behalf. Like, if anything, I can hear Pony in the movies, on TV, everywhere. They should just be happy we're using it. I can only babble so long, Travis. You got to hurry up with this GIF.
I know. It's such a hard decision. I'm going to go with this one.
All right. What you got? For those of you listening and not watching, it looks like a panda playing in the snow, which is fucking adorable. All right, Travis, in news and rumors, JR launched a website for his barbecue sauce. If you guys have not had JR's barbecue sauce, it's actually pretty damn good. They've got an awesome chipotle ketchup, and their main event mustard is probably my favorite thing from them. So, since they're not with WWE anymore, you cannot go to WWE Shop, which is where I went to get it, but he has finally launched a new website that I did not write down the URL for, but I'm sure you can Google it.
Yeah.
or listen to his podcast and they'll talk about it, letting you know where you can go get his barbecue sauce products.
Yeah, you could probably get it from his Twitter too. It's just, yeah, I'm sure he's got it everywhere for you to be able to find it.
Oh, absolutely. Also, I don't know if this is big news or not. Some people don't seem to care. Some people think it's cool. John Morrison officially signed back with WWE. Johnny Nitro.
Cool story, bro.
Okay.
Like,
And then we talked about the Fiend's new belt last week. What we didn't talk about, because they didn't drop it till Saturday, was when that new belt went online for order, which I was thinking was going to be a few $100. No, it was $7,000. Now, let me tell you why it was $7,000, Travis. They are creating a select number of these belts that are being numbered when sent out. It was created by Tom Savini's team, who also created the Fiend's actual mask. So this belt is a reproduction of the belt made by Tom Savini's team, probably also produced by them. It's a limited collector's item, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. I have a very good day job. I do well for myself. I own a house. Me and the wife both have cars, take care of 2 dogs, so on and so forth. I make good money in my day job. Generally, I can buy anything within, reason that I want when I want it. I cannot, under any good faith or circumstance, no matter how big of a wrestling fan, Fiend fan, or horror fan, which this all encompasses, I am, justify spending what would amount to about 6 mortgage payments on a fucking belt that I'm going to hang in my house. No fucking way.
man,
Can't do it.
how dedicated are you?
Apparently not dedicated enough, because I'm like, if it's like $300-$400, like Kate might be mad, but
Yeah.
I had some
Yeah.
overtime. Like I could do that.
Yeah.
I can't swing $7,000, Travis.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
I mean, you could sell her car and then get it.
I could, and that would not go over well.
Not
Also,
at all, but
I
here's
could
the thing,
imagine.
and I feel like I have faith in your love, and y'all be able to work your way through it.
Oh, we'd work our way through it, but it'd be a long time when that belt, because she was sitting next to me when I saw it. So even if I didn't tell her and I just ordered it, she knew how much that belt cost. So when that came in the mail and she saw that showed up in the mail, oh, that would not have been a good conversation.
Sorry, bro.
$7 fucking grand.
I don't even know what to say, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that text I sent you about the former Jordan Miles?
No.
Okay, we won't then.
I'm done giving him the time.
I was going to say it's all over Twitter if you want to go check it out. We're going to save NXT for last because that was, in my opinion, the best show of the week. And there's a lot of good shit to talk on there. And I want to end on a high note. So Raw, SmackDown, or AEW?
Let's get SmackDown out of the way.
All right. Now, you only caught the second hour. I caught both hours. I was actually off work today on vacation, which was nice. We kick off SmackDown. We got a recap of all the shit that happened between Daniel Bryan and the Fiend from last week. And then Miz comes off and says, well, I was supposed to have Miz TV, but after what happened to Daniel Bryan, no one can find him. So I'm going to be Ralph Dibny. I'm going to be a fucking detective, and I'm going to figure this shit out. No need. Bray Wyatt's here at the Funhouse. Bray Wyatt's like, first off, you don't want to know what happened to Daniel Bryan. So if I were you, I'd just let that go. I don't even think I want to know. He's with the Fiend somewhere. There's some sick shit going down. Probably worse than anything you read in 50 Shades of Grey. Like, you got no interest in that. But, Miz, since Daniel Bryan's out of the picture, yeah, something. Since Daniel Bryan's out of the picture, why don't you meet me at TLC and come play with me? And then the Miz, kind of started babbling a little bit, and Bray's making a sad face. And then Bray pulls out a picture of his fucking family. So Bray says, I had a family once, and there was a flash of the Wyatt family with Harper and Rowan when Daniel Bryan was in it, which I thought was a nice little touch that they used that version of the family with everything that's going on and making that continuity. But he goes, I can be part of a new family now. And he picks up a picture of The Miz, his 2 new babies, and Maurice. And Miz flips shit and storms out to the back and leaves. And yeah, shit was interesting,
Ooh.
Travis.
Ooh.
Shit was interesting. After that, we get Mandy Rose versus losing to Alexa Bliss. The only interesting note I have here is that Corey did not drool as he normally does over either Mandy Rose or Alexa Bliss this week. And I can't remember the last time Mandy Rose and Alexa Bliss came out that he shut everyone up and said, you know, God's greatest creation, or there's a goddess out here. Like, it's been a while. And I'm wondering if that coincided at some point with how serious his relationship with Carmella got, that he stopped talking about other bitches in WWE, women, etc., in WWE in a sexual manner. Because that's what Kate and I think.
She's ruining his life.
We also got a Drake, Maverick, Dana Brooke, Elias segment that you would have fucking loved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dana's backstage at catering. Drake comes up and says, hey, so I saw that you're going out on a date with Batista. What does he have that I don't have? And then we all laugh because it's obvious. Elias, yeah.
Oh, we've heard the stories of Batista.
Yeah. Apparently he's the real King Dingling, not this guy to my I guess it should be my left, but my right, because anyway, not important. There's a reason he's going to unleash the beast, and Dana Brooke may never be the same.
You know, keep playing with me, I'll whip it out.
If you want to do that, we are on Pornhub again. Last plug for that. So anyway, Elias shows up and sings him a song and talks about how the only action he's got with the bottle of lotion and tissues and blah, blah, blah. And then finally says that the last time Drake Maverick's wife said something along the lines of, that's the greatest I've ever had, was when she rolled over and looked at Elias in her bed, or got out of Elias's bed or something like that. Dana's also still asking Drake, like, aren't you married? Where's your wife? Which I love. Mm-hmm. So Drake got pissed. He slaps Elias, goes down to the ring and calls Elias out. Dana asked Elias if that shit really happened between Drake's wife and him. And he's like, no, but something's about to happen. He goes out there and just makes Drake Maverick look like an idiot. He's missing punches and falling around. Elias put him over his knee and spanked him. Ended up hitting the drift away and letting Dana Brooke pin him. It was real fucking fun. It was good shit.
Yeah. You know, we need more fun. They don't do it.
I agree.
Fun.
Then The Miz breaks one of the main rules in a horror movie. He is backstage on the phone talking to his wife, saying, lock the doors. I'm on my way home. I don't know where Bray Wyatt is, but he might be coming. Don't let anyone in. You know, have 911 on standby, blah, blah, blah. I'm on my way. And then as he's walking out of the arena with his luggage, he sees a door cracked open and a light in the room. And like all white people in horror movies, and I know this because I'm one and I can say that shit, he walks in the fucking room. He doesn't just continue on to go check his family. He goes in the room. Guess what's in the room, Travis?
I'm imagining that Bray Wyatt's in that room.
Maybe. What he finds in the room on a table is the same picture that Bray Wyatt had of his family, but this time, Bray Wyatt's picture is photoshopped over the Miz's. So now it is Bray Wyatt, the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt, Maurice, and the 2 babies. Then Bray Wyatt attacks the Miz from behind. Not the Fiend, but Bray Wyatt. So this is the first time we have seen Bray Wyatt in the sweater, Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt, out of the funhouse, doing some shit.
Physical. Yeah, okay.
And hits him with a Sister Abigail and then leaves, which begs the question, if we do get this match at TLC, which if you had told me one day, Miz versus Bray Wyatt at TLC, I'd be like, fuck that. I don't want to see that. Like, yeah, I want to see Bray Wyatt, but now I'm like, okay, not only do I want to see this, but what Bray Wyatt am I going to get? Is the Fiend off doing some BDSM bondage shit with Daniel Bryan, and he's gone for a minute, and now we're going to get regular Bray Wyatt for a little while? Or are the lights going to go out, and he's going to somehow change real quick into the Fiend?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but
I'm interested now that you brought that up. Okay. Because
I'm fucking interested.
Because next week is TLC, like you said, and before right now, I was just like, Can we
Well, before
skip
right now, they didn't announce shit. Like we had no matches.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's,
and it's next weekend. That's I'm just like,
yeah.
can we skip that? Like, can we just not have this pay-per-view?
Yeah. We had a tag team fatal 4-way number one contenders match. Winner gets the New Day at TLC for the tag team titles. Your boys, the New Day, came out and started throwing pancakes at the announcers and hit Corey Graves in the face with a pancake, which was fucking hilarious.
Their podcast, by the way, is phenomenal.
Is it? I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'll have to add that to my list. I listen to so many podcasts, though.
Oh, I know. Me too.
I was all about this because it was Heavy Machinery versus Lucha House Party versus the Revival versus Ali and Chad Gable.
Why is that a thing?
I don't have an answer for you, but Heavy Machinery, especially Otis, was entertaining as fuck this entire match. And then they got eliminated second. And then I lost complete and total interest.
Understandable.
The Revival won. There was some back and forth between the Revival and New Day on the mic about the match. Was what it was.
Interesting hearing you not caring about the Revival.
I've seen the Revival versus the New Day. I actually didn't care because based on WWE knowledge, and I was incorrect, I just assumed, oh, hey, they made Ali and Chad Gable a tag team. I guess I know who's going to win this match.
I figured they do.
Didn't happen.
But here's the thing, though. You said you've seen Revival versus New Day before. Yeah, there's been other times, though, we've seen matches before. We're like, yeah, I'll watch that again. So it's just not an interesting match.
It's not that it's not an interesting match. It's going to be a good match. And whether it's in a TLC match or a singles match or an elimination or a tornado tag or whatever they do, it's going to be a good match because both teams are talented as fuck. It's just, I don't see the point in taking the titles off the Revival to put them on the New Day, to take them off the New Day and put them on the Revival. So if we're not going to beat the New Day, then I already know the outcome of the match. And as entertaining as it is, I know where it's going to go and the New Day is going to win. It's stupid to give the Revival the titles back because why did we take them off other than, oh, we wanted the New Day to have the championships for Survivor Series and now we're going to take them away. Like, I want some common sense here. Like, if New Day are going to be your champions, make New Day your champions and give them some new contenders. I'm not saying Revival can't do other shit, but let's get Heavy Machinery in there. That would be a really fun, even though it's babyface versus babyface, tag team match. That would be entertaining as shit. Big E and Otis in the ring, regardless of skill, which they have, is entertaining as shit.
Yeah.
I've not seen on a pay-per-view any of the members of the Lucha House Party in a tag team match against the New Day. Give me something new. Why give me something that we just did? We've just taken the titles off the Revival and put them on the New Day. So either you're going to put them back on the New Day, which means you wasted time putting the titles on the New Day, or you're not going to, which means, okay, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and the thing, the tag team division is a division where you can just try new shit all you want to because it's just,
You never know what's going to hit.
Exactly. And
Fucking.
What?
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I'm just thinking back to what I was saying before, though. Like, we're seeing the same match over and over again. Like, the Usos and the New Day were, like, matches I could watch over and over and over again. Like, it was one that just, like, even after they did it, like, 4 times, I'm like, all right, I understand why you don't want to do it again, but I'd watch it again.
I was just saying, now the Revival versus the Usos would be dope. That'd be something I'd like to see.
We need the Usos.
I wouldn't mind having the Usos come back and face the New Day.
Yeah. I'm sure that other one, I think they put him in rehab, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, I know. But no, like you said, you can do anything in the tag division. Fucking, you know how bad it is that people want new things in the tag division? The fucking B team got over big and became champions because we wanted something new. That's really the only reason why. We got behind Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins getting back together just so we could get something new.
Mm-hmm.
Give us something new. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Also, Kate has now dubbed Sheamus Ginger Wolverine. because he's got the old haircut, no more mohawk.
Oh, really?
And she said he looks like Ginger Wolverine. He had another promo about him coming back, but no definitive date.
Yeah, I caught the very end of that, and I really wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
I
Then
was fixing myself something to eat, so it was like I saw that he was on there, but I really wasn't watching very closely.
yeah. Then we got Lacey Evans versus a ringmaster, lion tamer, band director.
And just like, who is this circus motherfucker?
Not important. Lacey Evans won a squash match. Sasha Banks' new music is the shit.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that they use the old intro still, but yeah, I like her new music.
After the old intro goes away and that drops, and of course, I know how you feel about Snoop Dogg, so having Snoop Dogg on it is obviously an added bonus for you, but no, it's dope as shit. Like, it is cool as fuck.
Yeah. I need them to get rid of the original intro still, though. I need them to drop that because it doesn't mesh.
Sasha wants revenge from last week when Lacey knocked her out. Lacey makes Sasha flinch and then goes to leave, and Bailey catches her on the entrance ramp, and then Bailey and Sasha take out Lacey.
Yeah.
When did Lacey Evans become a fucking babyface?
I don't know, but I'm not buying it.
Not at all.
No. Because it's just like, when the promo she cut, when she was like, I just got sick of blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, so you're sick of them doing what you were just doing 2 months ago.
Yeah, basically.
Like, it's just.
Though, hey, Travis, to be honest, like, they do say that the things that annoy you most about other people are the things that annoy you about yourself. So.
Yeah, that doesn't make you a good guy.
Yeah, that's true. And then our main event, Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler.
Solid match.
Yeah,
I didn't care,
was.
But it was a solid match.
That's the thing. You remember there was a time when everyone hated Roman Reigns and wanted him to go away, and then he got cancer and everyone felt bad for wishing that stuff on Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. And then he came back and they're like, okay, good. He's okay. We're sorry. We won't wish bad things on you anymore because you actually got leukemia. Like, that happened. Real life. And then I said some things that I probably shouldn't have said that we're not going to talk about.
Are we going to?
We're not going to cover that. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
So, since Roman Reigns has been back, I have not heard a negative thing about him. Honestly, because he's been out of the title picture and they're not forcing him down our throats in every title match with, main eventing against Brock Lesnar 7 pay-per-views in a row. Like, people are good with him, but I also don't care. I don't care about him and Corbin. The story they're telling does not have me in any way, shape, or form like really amped up to see Roman Reigns beat up Corbin. You know why? Because to Roman Reigns, to Roman Reigns, Corbin does not seem like a threat. They're doing all these things to make us hate Corbin, but not making us feel like Corbin is a legitimate threat to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You can have...
Nobody cares about Corbin.
You can hire a bunch of people to carry your throne down to the ring, and I don't even know why those people got involved. Like, that didn't make sense to me, but okay. You got all these people coming out, they carry you down to the ring, and then for whatever reason, they're going to jump Roman Reigns for you. Fine. You got some dude under the ring? Who the fuck was that? And why did he never get pulled out? Like, why was there a guy under the ring grabbing Roman Reigns' foot that never came out? At first I was like, oh, maybe it's Bobby Roode. No, he was just under there the whole time. And his whole reason to be there was to strap Roman Reigns' foot down. Did you not think we were not going to notice that Roman Reigns somehow got his foot strapped down if we hadn't seen the guy? And once we saw him, why not drag him out so we know who the fuck it is or why he's down there? Like, it was very confusing. Then they cover Roman Reigns in fucking Alpo. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but it's not working because I just don't care. They're not giving me a reason to invest in this story or give a shit. Like, really give a shit.
This is so funny. You
Why?
sound so much like me right now.
But it's the truth. Like,
I know.
I want to be invested. I'd love to be invested. I'd love to have Baron Corbin be the badass heel that I wanted him to be when he still had fucking hair and feel like a legitimate threat. Like you try to do with Drew McIntyre, like you've done with Brock Lesnar. I'm not saying make him the same as Brock Lesnar, but don't beat him with everyone and make him look like a joke and then have him go up against Roman Reigns. And all of a sudden I'm supposed to think there's a legitimate chance that Baron Corbin might beat Roman Reigns without help from Dolph Ziggler or Bobby Roode, that he's a threat, that he's somebody that Roman Reigns needs to worry about. He needs 7 security guards, handcuffs, a dude under the ring, and Dolph Ziggler just to embarrass Roman Reigns, not even to beat him up or take him out. Like, you didn't injure him. You didn't send him to the hospital. You didn't do anything hurtful to Roman Reigns. You just tied him up and dumped dog food on him.
Yeah.
What made this more disappointing was I wanted more of that Fiend Bray Wyatt fucking Miz Daniel Bryan shit. I want to know if it was his pubes or his beard or his hair and what he looks like without any one of those three.
We got no answers. And
Zero.
There's another show where we got no answers that I asked questions about last week too, but we'll get to that.
Spit or swallow SmackDown. I'm kind of on the fence because it was 50-50 for me.
I didn't see the beginning, so all I saw was what I want to spit, so I'm spitting it.
I'm going to swallow just because
that might make me want to swallow it, but I didn't see it, so I'm not giving it credit for it.
I'm going to swallow because really, like, the only disappointing thing was the Roman Reigns match, and then that weird match that Lacey had with that jobber.
Disappointing too, because it was all just why. And
Raw
Lacey as a face, so
Raw AW.
I don't know. I didn't like either one of them. Raw.
We kick it off with AOP in a black van. Charlie asked them why they attacked Kevin Owens. They talk in Albanian and Punjabi, which props to Charlie, because I had no idea that those were the 2 languages they were using, but she did.
Yeah.
So I learned something.
I thank her for telling us because I didn't either.
I learned something. I need Rosetta Stone for Christmas. If anyone wants to buy me Rosetta Stone for Christmas, hit up my DMs at Matt Ritter on Twitter. That is at MATTRIDDER. I'll give you my shipping info or something. P.O. Box, something. We'll figure it out because I need to know what the fucking the Kabuki Warriors are saying in their promos. Now I need it for AOP. Like, I need Rosetta Stone.
Yo,
like,
listen,
it is what it is.
Listen, y'all. Like, if Matt Ritter learns Punjabi, that will be like my favorite thing that has ever happened in life.
Charlie said she doesn't speak those languages, but she can distinguish them. So when she asked for a translation, they said, Charlie, you look lovely tonight. Samoa Joe's back on commentary, which is awesome and terrible because I'm so scared that he's going to get stuck there, but he is so good on commentary.
Listen, he is gold on commentary, and I love the fact that he still calls Carl Anderson Hot Carl. Like, it is the greatest thing on Raw. That's like, just, even though I didn't like the show, hearing him call Carl Anderson Hot Carl, like, okay, that made me smile. Thank you, sir. Look at Hot Carl.
There wasn't much to it. Did you give a shit about the Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins apology, AOP situation?
Only thing I care about is who was conspicuous by her absence.
Yeah, for the second week in a row.
Exactly.
Ain't no Becky.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, where's Becky?
I do love that KO acknowledged, like, I'm in a situation where I have to team with someone I don't trust, and I know how this goes. I've watched wrestling before.
Mm-hmm.
I go up against the AOP with Seth Rollins. I get jumped by 3 guys. That's the inevitable end, so let's just do this now. But Seth bails, and then when the AOP got called out for a 2-on-1, they bailed. And this probably didn't make sense to you because I know you didn't go watch Starrcade, and it didn't make sense to anyone else if they didn't watch Starrcade. But
I didn't even know Starrcade was happening until like 2 days before.
Yeah, well, we did the podcast, and I told you.
Yeah.
At Starrcade, Kevin Owens came out to address Bobby Lashley because, of course, Lana had a restraining order on Rusev, and their no DQ match wasn't going to happen because of the restraining order. And, of course, by the end of that match, Rusev showed up and broke the restraining order with no consequences whatsoever. This man has broken restraining orders in more states than I can count, and not one FBI agent, not one police officer, not one anyone has hunted down and arrested Rusev for breaking that restraining order except for the Chicago PD, because we do our fucking jobs. Unlike in Tennessee.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Notable instances where the Chicago PD was fucking up. Do not do that. Leave that alone.
Okay.
Leave that alone.
Let me rephrase that. When it comes to wrestling storylines, we do our job.
There you go. There you go.
Unlike in Tennessee, because Bobby had brought down 2 detectives as security.
Yeah,
and
we're going to talk about this right here.
Let's talk about this.
Go ahead. Because they're like, yeah, you brought us down here, want us to arrest him, but we do things differently here. Oh, so you just randomly arrest big black dudes around here because he didn't do anything.
Hold on. So here's where I take issue. One, why did Lana and Bobby think detectives were a good replacement for security? Their job is to find someone. Why are you having them stand at ringside and not actively look for Rusev to stop him from interfering, as a detective would do? Secondly, they did not even attempt to get in the ring and arrest Rusev. They just watched as Rusev attacked Bobby Lashley. So clearly, you have now wasted some money in some way, shape, or form on these two. Now, I will say, Bobby Lashley did shoulder thrust that officer as he walked by. It's not like they just arrested him for no reason. Travis, no, do not look at me like that, because Travis, that if you are talking to a police officer, much better than to shove your shoulder into him as you walk away. You would never do that. And you would never do that. And you know why you would never do that.
Yeah, but if I'm surrounded by thousands of people in an arena, I figure I'm pretty safe.
Safe from getting shot, but not safe from getting arrested.
Like, it's some just like, bruh, really? They were there to do a job, Matt. And instead of doing that job, they arrested the black guy.
Oh, I agree 100%. It's completely fucked up. They should have gone after Rusev. The fact that basically I feel like they let their emotions get to them, and they probably both had, been cheated on, like had somebody come fuck their wives. So they're like, I see what's going on here. If I was him, I'd want to get, my licks in too. Go for it, Rusev, and just let that shit slide. And then arrested Lashley. Maybe because he's black, maybe because he shoulder thrusted him, maybe because he fucked.
Because they distinctly said we do things differently here in Tennessee. I'm like, oh, yeah, I bet you do. Fuckers.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's because he was black. And probably more so not just because he was black, but because the woman that he was fucking was a white woman on top of being black.
That is exactly what was going on there, and I'm not okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. That's probably facts. But Lana then didn't.
She fucked up.
Well, she fucked up because she didn't realize that if you're the one fucking the black guy, you're not allowed to hit the cops either.
Yeah.
Like, generally, you're not allowed to hit the cops.
Like, she actually hit them, though.
I was going to say, generally, you're not allowed to hit the cops, but I think, like, in her white princess Florida world, she's like, oh, we hit cops all the time because I'm a white girl and they're going to leave me alone, like, blah, blah, blah. But when you're in Tennessee and you're in cahoots with the man that they're arresting who is of a darker skin color, and that man has been inside you and you admitted it, and then you hit a cop, you're basically, in his eyes, about on the same level as the guy they're already arresting. So you've done really fucked up.
Yeah.
Lana and Lashley get arrested.
Yeah.
Did you see Drew?
I'm just like, it's just can't believe I'm seeing this unfold in front of my eyes on my wrestling.
Now, what I did enjoy
on Al Gore's internet.
What I did enjoy was when they got put in the cop cars. And Truth and the Street Profits are just standing there watching.
Oh, that's fun. That was fun. Because that face they made. Because they made that face, and I'm like, they knew what happened. They're like,
yep.
Because that's what that looked like to me. It looked to me like they looked at each other like, we know what happened here. We know better.
We ain't. Yep. Exactly my point. See, they knew better. Anyway, did you see Drew McIntyre versus Akira Tozawa?
Yes, I did. Poor guy.
Drew defeat. Okay. Drew won.
Poor guy.
Then he calls out Randy Orton for poking.
Wait. Because I feel like I should know who that guy is, but I don't.
He was 205 Live champion.
I wouldn't know that. Keep going. Have I seen
He's
him on NXT?
Asian.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like you were trying to remember.
No.
Okay,
I'm trying
no,
to
no.
saying like when I watched the match, like I feel like I should know who this dude is, but I don't remember him.
Most of the stuff he's done on Monday Night Raw has been not good enough for Hulu. He did a couple things on NXT, but he's not on NXT since you've been watching NXT. So
Oh, okay.
mostly 205 and 205 live shit.
Well, I know I didn't watch that, so okay.
So Drew calls out Randy because Randy poked him in the eyes, and he's got the reasons that Drew hates Randy are all the reasons why Travis loves Randy, because Randy does what he wants, and because Randy goes where he wants and thinks he's better than everyone and thinks he can do whatever he wants. And I'm like, I'm listening to these reasons, and I'm like, these are all the reasons why Travis loves him, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, but it's true. But the reason why I love that Randy does it because Randy earned it. Like,
Okay,
he earned it by being Randy fucking Orton. Like, that's the thing. Like, everybody can't do that. Randy Orton can, because he's Randy.
This is what was weird about Raw, though. So we had a confrontation between Seth and KO, which led to the AOP, which somehow ended up being Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens, that we didn't even get a finish for. Now we've got Drew calling out Randy Orton. Then the OC comes out. And
yes,
we're supposed to get
along with Luke Gallows and Hot Carl.
They're pissed off because AJ lost the U.S. title. And then we were going to get Randy versus the OC in a beatdown because Drew leaves. Like, he called Randy out for a fight and then just left and let the OC take over. So Ricochet tried to make the save, and so does Humberto and Ray. Ray's the only one that gets any success, but it's like, how do we start with Randy and Drew having an issue and end up with Rey Mysterio beating up the OC?
That's the thing. It started out with like, oh, okay, this is something I care about, and then turned into something I don't give a shit about. It's just, yeah. Because I don't know, I don't like to do this so soon, like write people off so soon, but the Humberto experiment seems to be a failure. I don't care.
Really? Because he puts on really good matches, but
he has cool moments in his matches.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he has good matches. I'd say he has cool moments in his matches.
Fair enough. Did you see Aleister Black?
Negative.
Did you see Andrade?
Unfortunately, I did not see Zelina.
Did you see any of the 24/7 title stuff?
No.
Did you see Eric Rowan and Inoue Jose?
No.
Did you see Charlotte?
I did.
Charlotte lost to the Bukkake Warriors in a 2-on-1 match.
Yeah.
This week, we got no spitting from Asuka.
She swallowed that shit.
She swallowed. They did. It was cool. Kairi Sane coming off with the elbow drop on Charlotte. Well, Charlotte has Asuka in the figure 8 is cool, but it's also the exact same spot they did to let Rhea Ripley beat Charlotte.
I was about to say, like, we've now discovered that Charlotte is very, very much exposed while she has someone in the figure 8. It works very well in a one-on-one match, but if anybody else is involved, probably shouldn't do that.
Did you see our tag team champions in a squash match?
I don't even remember who the tag team champions are, so probably not. Who's tag champs now?
Viking Raiders.
Oh yeah, of course not. We know Viking Raiders don't make Hulu.
And then our main event,
4 months.
Our main event, the OC defeats Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, and Humberto, or Pew Pew Ricochet, or
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I was setting you up to say something. I ignored what you said.
Oh,
so I'm gonna try this again.
What they call them?
There we go. And then we get an RKO on AJ from Orton, and
yeah, because that's what he does.
All right, not good enough for Hulu, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Raw edition. Tony Nese loses to Aleister Black, and then Buddy Murphy says he's going to calm Aleister Black down, which I don't understand because he is literally probably the most calm person on the roster.
Yeah,
he rises up.
He calmly fucks you up.
Yes. He calmly fucks you up. I mean, he flips into a Zen Indian style position in the middle of his matches. He rises up from a resting position to start his entrance. Like, I don't know how much more you can calm the man down. Andrade with Zelina defeats Eric Young. So Eric Young got on Raw. He had a match.
I got
He
himself
lost.
some spotlight that I didn't see.
Rowan beats No Jose and the conga line down, and then
Jose
still refuses to show us Harper's cock in a cage. Viking Raiders win a squash match, and then R-Truth loses the 24/7 title to race car driver Kyle Busch because he had a retired race car driver next to him who had a referee shirt on under his jacket. So, Travis, apparently, to win the 24/7 title, you can be a special guest referee not ordained by the WWE. All you need is a ref shirt. Yes.
So all we need to do is just show up somewhere where Raw is happening, and I'll just wear a referee shirt. You become 24/7 champ.
And then I'll take my shirt off, and you take that shirt off. We'll switch. You can pin me, and I'll count myself down.
Exactly. See, now you're getting it. We can pass it back and forth and just never show up on Raw again. It will be 24/7 champ forever.
R-Truth does win it back later on, of course, but yeah, they gave it to a fucking race car driver. Like, it was so fun.
Yeah, that's not.
And now they've ruined it.
Fun. Like, yeah, I told you how they ruined it. They split up R-Truth and Carmella. Like, that's how they ruined it.
So not good enough for Hulu. Tony Nese and Aleister Black, Andrade and Eric Young, R-Truth's 24/7 title, Rowan and No Way Jose.
By the way, though.
Yeah. And the Viking Raiders squash match. All right. Now, spit or swallow Monday Night Raw.
I'm spitting it because of racism.
I'm with you on that. I at first I was kind of like, okay, there's interesting shit going on Monday Night Raw, but then it got really convoluted. And even though I got Aleister Black, he didn't make Hulu. Like, he had a match against Tony Nese. Like, who the fuck is Tony Nese on Monday Night Raw?
What the fuck is a Tony Nese?
Yeah, another former cruiserweight champion.
Is everybody a former cruiserweight champion?
Not everybody, but there are quite
a former cruiserweight champion, Matt?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not under 205, Travis. Not going to happen.
You were when I met you, though.
Yeah, there wasn't a cruiserweight title when you met me.
Oh, there was a cruiserweight title when I met you. It was just in WCW.
Yeah.
They passed that title around like hotcakes, too. So,
I didn't reach the age limit.
Except for when Jericho had it. Jericho had it for a long time. Anyway, go ahead.
Over on AEW, we kick it off with the Young Bucks and Dustin Rhodes defeating the Inner Circle. This match got a lot of controversy because there was a spot that was poorly shot by the TV crew that made it look like Sammy Guevara went to go do a shooting star press on no one and then got super kicked by the Bucks. And it looked really dumb and it looked really bad. Luckily, there was a fan in the crowd who recorded it and showed that Matt Jackson was laying there and hopped up after Sammy Guevara. Yes.
Okay. Because, that's what it looked like to me, too.
The Bucks and Dustin defeat the Inner Circle. Dustin's out there with his...
Can we...
What?
Can we talk about that finish, though?
Okay.
Cause I'm watching this. I'm like, really? Really, bro? This is what we're doing? We're going to... That dude, he's just going to lay there and kind of roll around and not move because, he's clearly conscious because he's not knocked out, but he's going to lay there and wait for it, though. And
yeah, we do get a lot of that in WWE now, too.
Yeah, and I hate it there, too. That's the point. That's my point. It's just, and, it's more particularly NXT than it is WWE, but yes, I get it. It's those matches where these, these great high flyers are in, and it's just, instead of making it make sense to do it, they just kind of wait for it to happen. You know what I mean? And it's just...
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
It's annoying.
Instead of knocking your opponent out and making sure your opponent's just laying there acting knocked out, they take too long to get up there to set the move up. And then it doesn't make sense that the guy's moving around but not getting out of the way. And you see it a lot, especially with suicide dives and things like that to the outside, where the guy's just standing there waiting to catch him.
Yeah.
And it takes the It takes away the air of
Wow.
disbelief that
Yeah, it
maybe
takes
this
away
is
the
a
wow
real
factor. It's not
fight.
a wow.
Yeah.
Somebody just standing there watching it happen. And then times when they, they do the move and they don't even hit you, like when Charlotte does that moonsault.
Yeah.
And she just lands next to him.
Yeah.
They just fall because she landed next to them and like grazed them with her arm.
I don't know. She might have elbowed him in the face. She's throwing them bows, Travis.
Yeah, okay.
Throw them bows.
Drop bows on them.
Also, Sammy Guevara went to go do a 630, but apparently he does not finger his butthole because it was nowhere near as tight or as clean as Ricochet's. But he did it.
Everybody can't beat Pretty Ricky.
That's true. Trent loses to Ray Phoenix, and then they've got a post-match altercation that basically happened during the break, so I don't know what that was about. Because they do this thing where they go to commercial, but there's like shit that I need to hear or I want to hear that's going on, but I can't hear it because there's a commercial playing and it's picture-in-picture. That's one thing production-wise, along with some of the camera shots that they need to work out, is when you go to commercial, don't have something going on that I need to fucking know about that I can't hear.
Need to hear. Like, they can have like action going on, but don't not during the promos.
Go during the match, but not like backstage segments or after matches when there's altercations and people talking and going back and forth. Like, don't do that. Nyla Rose comes out and defeats Blue Pants. You remember Blue Pants? Do you remember Blue Pants? You don't remember Blue Pants. Okay. Leva Bates, who is the librarian, who was Nyla Rose's opponent, was in NXT. She had blue hair and blue pants. Basically, she wore like the 90s X-Men costume, and Enzo and Cass dubbed her Blue Pants. So from then on, she was referred to by everyone as Blue Pants. That was her name.
Oh, that's cool. She should have stuck around so they can keep doing that.
Nyla gets attacked by Shayna, because Shayna attacked her or was attacked by Nyla Rose and put through a merch table at a signing. Then Nyla decides that the ref trying to stop her from putting Shayna through a table is unacceptable, so she puts the ref through the table, and then she puts Shayna through the ref.
Understandable. Fuck that ref.
Also, this happened during a commercial break. So, Travis, another thing that blew up on the internet, and, this Wednesday Night War it's all controversy, but NXT TakeOver. Tommaso Ciampa, Adam Cole go off the top of the cage. They cut to ringside after they go through the tables. There's a woman sitting in the crowd going like this, and it's Britt Baker, AEW talent, and girlfriend of Adam Cole, right?
Okay. Boom.
Yeah. AEW decided to parody that moment here when Nyla Rose put Shayna through the referee by cutting to the crowd and having Britt Baker sit there like this, making the same face, at which point they said, oh my God, that's Adam Cole's girlfriend. I thought it was hilarious. There are all these people all over the internet that really just hate anytime AEW in any way, shape, or form acknowledges that NXT or the WWE or any wrestlers over, they say it's childish. They say it's stupid. They don't like that they take shots back and forth. What happened?
I don't know.
We lived for that shit.
We did. And then, let's look back to the 90s. Those were the good old days when we could just, we had the Huckster and the Nacho Man, and all those
fucking DX tank at the Norfolk Scope. Like, that is one of the biggest moments that we still fucking talk about. Yeah. That was a shot from WWE to WCW.
Literally showed up
Tony
at
Schiavone,
bro. Like, it was just because fuck you. Like
Tony Schiavone in the butts and seats line. Another shot across the bow.
Oh yeah.
Like, some of the stuff is history, and they have chances to make history in this war. But all the internet wants to do is whine and say, someone actually argued that things have changed and this isn't the company the 90s is anymore. And it's unethical for AEW to talk about NXT and vice versa.
Well, to whoever says that, I will say, and you can at me, I don't give a fuck. Kiss my ass. You're stupid. You're a waste of space. You should stop breathing and save oxygen from people more worthy.
He might actually hear because he's one of my mutuals on Twitter. I don't know if he listens to podcasts or not. So he might hear it. Maybe he'll hit you up.
Whoever that
is that SIR_CUSSALOTT.
I'll say on behalf of Matt, fuck you and four motherfuckers that look like you.
Not on behalf of Matt, because I had a very civil discussion with him where we agreed to disagree.
All right, well, on behalf of me, I'll say fuck you and four motherfuckers that look like you.
And then we got what could have been the greatest moment of AEW tonight, and it was still okay, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. Jericho's lexicon, because he has now moved to past lists. It's not lists of thousands of holds or the list of Jericho or any of that. He's got a lexicon now. And he talks about
holds is like an iconic moment that I will never forget. But anyway, go ahead.
He talks about all the people he won't fight. And in honor of that list of holds, every like fifth person he throws in John Moxley.
Yeah.
Just like he did armbar.
Yeah.
It was great. He runs down all these people, and then the Jurassic Express music hits. Down comes Luchasaurus and his children. They get in the ring, and Jericho says, "You didn't let me finish. I was going to say no crustaceans or anyone from the Cretaceous period." And he's like, "Oh, no, I'm not surprised. My people, dinosaurs, have been getting discriminated against for millions of years."
Millions. But what if he's like, I'd have been like, well, I'm from the Jurassic period, so, you know.
Yeah. Then he also
period. Like I would have done something like that, but yeah.
He also says that he's not going to fight Marco Stunt because he doesn't beat up children, which only leaves Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy, who is 0-8, gets a match against Jericho in his last match. And there were people that were mad about this too, because wins and losses are supposed to matter. But here's the thing. Jericho's got a contract that lets him pick his opponent. Jericho's goal here is to get people over. It's not a title match. It's a non-title match. Why do people care that Jericho's having a non-title match against anybody?
I don't understand it either.
People just get worked
up
over the dumbest shit.
There are plenty of reasons to have gripes with AEW. This just isn't one of them.
Jericho and Hagar get run off. I also kind of wanted to see Hagar and Luchasaurus go at it. But, hey, you got Luchasaurus this week, Travis.
Yeah. I did. And I was happy to see him.
And then our number one contender for the Women's AEW Championship, Hikaru Shida, loses to Chris Statlander. And then we get introduced to the Nightmare Collective. Travis. Oh, I didn't talk about that. Where is that? Oh, I need to go back to that. Remind me to go back after this because I skipped something. The Nightmare Collective is Brandy Rhodes, Awesome Kong, and it's an extension of what they call the Nightmare Family. If you're not familiar with what the Nightmare Family is, it's basically anyone related to Cody Rhodes, because when he left WWE and made it big on the independent scene, he decided that because he couldn't be Cody Rhodes, he was going to be the American Nightmare, the opposite of his father, the American Dream. So Brandy, by extension, is part of the Nightmare Family. She brought in Awesome Kong. They wanted Chris Statlander to join. But instead of that, Chris just left. We never got like a conclusion there. What was going to happen? Somebody in the crowd volunteered themselves to be sacrificed, gets her hair chopped off by Awesome Kong. It was very weird. Like, Brandy's amazing on the mic. Her character work is fantastic. I don't care how good she is or isn't in the ring, because she's not wrestling right now. A lot of people give Brandy shit because she's not, in their opinion, that great of a wrestler. I see why they say it. Point is, as a character on TV, she is fantastic, but this was fucking weird.
Oh, yeah. There are times when the whole thing with Awesome Kong from like the first time I saw it was just like, why is this happening? This is weird. I'm happy to see Awesome Kong, but I don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah. I'll do that last. Pentagon defeated Christopher Daniels.
Wait. You forgot something. Remember? Go back.
Yeah, I said I'm going to do that last.
Oh, okay.
Pentagon defeated Christopher Daniels. Only notable thing here is Christopher Daniels' little botch there.
Yeah, I chuckled.
Yeah.
You fucked up. That's funny.
Then we got a Blade Buddy Butcher promo that was dope, even though I'm still kind of upset that this didn't happen before they debuted. It was a cool promo, and I am a huge Buddy fan. And then Jon Moxley defeats Joey Janela, and Chris Jericho comes out post-match and stands in the crowd and kind of mocks Jon Moxley as we go off air. What we didn't talk about, Cody Rhodes is just like, I know he's Dusty's kid, so the fact that he cuts a great promo should be no surprise. Like, he's Dusty's kid, he's Dustin's brother, but it is just ridiculous. Like, he may be right now the best promo in wrestling. Over Jericho, over KO, over anyone, he is just that damn good.
I'm thinking about it. He might be, because I'm right now, yeah.
Also, he quoted Garth Brooks at the beginning of that shit. And that got to me because not many people know this, but there is a very small part of my love of music that is country music, and it is completely encapsulated by one and only Garth Brooks and no other country singers. Garth Brooks is my shit. He gave a child $100.
It was, some random kid that for some reason was wearing a vest and tie to a wrestling event.
Yep.
Not sure why that kid was wearing a vest and tie to a wrestling event, but okay.
It's a great promo. It's about him wanting to get to MJF at any cost. He offered his shoes, his watch, the money, all the fucking everything. Like, it was really good, really well done. The guy is just fucking talented. WWE really fucked up by not using him properly. Because that guy's a fucking star.
Argue they were with the Stardust thing, because the Stardust thing was pretty fucking dope.
I did not like it. I
did. When they first started with him and Goldust, it was good. And that should have led to a match between the two of them at WrestleMania, but it didn't. They fucked that up.
I say that's more cool. I will say that's less of WWE using Cody properly, and that's more of a compliment on Cody being able to take a shit idea and make something out of it.
I mean, that happens with a lot of
having him parody his brother Goldust, who, by the way, both of them are Dusty Rhodes' kids. Both of them are talented as hell on the microphone and in the ring. Both of them could have been used better than they were. He got Goldust over because that was it. Like, he had to get Goldust over. This is what I'm given. I'm going to make this shit work. I'm going to push as many boundaries as I can. Some would argue Goldust ushered in the Attitude Era. Like, he did that shit. But Cody shouldn't be Dusty. Cody shouldn't be Goldust. Cody should have just been Cody, because Cody's Cody now, and Cody's fucking killing
it. Yeah. But like I said, I will argue, like I think what he did with the Stardust character is pretty fucking dope. And only reason why I thought it was, I really do think that should have led to a WrestleMania match. We never got that, which is disappointing. But yeah.
Fair enough. We did get it, however, in AEW, and you didn't watch it, and it was a bloody fucking mess, and it was fucking awesome. AEW, spit or swallow. You got Luchasaurus.
Yeah. That's about
Cody's promo. You got Cody's promo. You got someone going through a table at the hands of the Beast, Nyla Rose. You got the lexicon of Jericho.
But, like, I don't know, man. Why do I care?
I will say, we said that they haven't given us a reason to tune in next week yet. And while that's still true, I am going to keep watching because I want to see Cody Rhodes get his hands on MJF. They've at least hooked me with that story. Also, I'm very interested in the bunny and the two guys that stand behind her in BDSM costumes.
Yeah.
But interested in the bunny.
The thing. And you know how I am about factions. And I feel like the inner circle should be something I should care about. And they're not making me care about the inner circle. And I'm disappointed by that.
Okay.
I like Jericho. But I don't give a shit about the inner circle.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
And then, like, those cult dudes. What's the cult thing called?
The Dark Order.
Yeah, them. Do something with them. Make me give a shit about their mid-card shit,
Well, that's the thing is they debuted them, and then they started doing the promos. So, like, I didn't give a shit about them for months, and then they're like, oh, this is what the Dark Order is. And, like, now I'm like, okay. But I'm already kind of, like, anti-Dark Order because you just had them fucking show up and do some shit, and you didn't even tell me who the fuck they were. The first night they showed up, you're like, oh, who's this? And like, I never got an answer. Like, it was weird. Like, they do things ass backwards, and it's not working for me. Like,
I understand, not really for me either, because I don't care about them either. But I'm like, maybe they can do more with them and make me care. But then they didn't. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll swallow it. I mean, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, because you spit SmackDown, you spit Raw.
Yeah, I don't want to spit everything. I guess I could say, yeah.
Well, I know you're not going to spit the next thing because it was definitely the best show of the week, in my opinion.
Oh, it definitely was. Bask in his glory. Let's go.
So we're both going to swallow that. We'll forego all that shit. So, did you see Pete Dunne versus Killian Dane?
Yes.
All right. Pete Dunne loses Killian Dane. Killian wanted Priest. Dunne came down anyway. Then the Undisputed Era calls out Finn Balor. They want answers. But instead, we bask in his glory.
Bask in his glory.
Keith Lee comes out. Great promo. Good on the mic. Fights off the entire Undisputed Era.
A motherfucking star. I will say it every fucking week. Go ahead.
Fights off the Undisputed Era. Ciampa comes down to help, and the Undisputed Era escapes. Did you see Shayna Baszler versus Xia Li?
Yes.
That was actually disappointing because they kind of hyped it up, and Shayna basically just kind of destroyed Xia, and it wasn't a great match.
From it at all, but
did you see the Forgotten Sons squash match?
I don't think so.
This is NXT. We don't need to do squash matches on NXT. We do them on Raw, and we do them on SmackDown with established talent that don't need them. Don't do them on fucking NXT. No more fucking squash matches live from Full Sail on NXT. You have enough talent on that roster to give the Forgotten Sons someone to have a fucking match against. You could have used fucking Riddick Moss and whoever the other fucking guy was that I just saw in NXT UK that were down in NXT. You could have done that shit. Stop with the squash matches. What?
Who are the Forgotten Sons?
Remember we talked about this. They're the three dudes that look like they would be at an NRA meeting. One's really jacked. Used to be Gunner in NXT. Or,
those dudes. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't see that match, but I know who you're talking about. Go ahead.
Did you see Rhea Ripley versus Dakota Kai?
I mean,
Did you see that segment?
yeah, about to say, yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
guess it wasn't a match.
Rhea is scheduled to face Dakota Kai, but Rhea unfortunately kind of stumbles through a promo that leads to Mia Yim actually being Dakota Kai's opponent. We don't even get that match, though, because Yim just wants to whoop that ass. Because
talk
Dakota
about how
Kai-
she went out there because she called her fucking hood rat, so she went out.
I was
there
getting
and
there.
whooped her ass in her Timbs, dog. Like she.
But, like, here's the great thing about that. Dakota Kai's cutting this promo, and as you've said, as a heel, Dakota Kai looks fantastic. But she's cutting this promo about how she's going to beat up Rhea Ripley like she took out that hood rat Mia Yim. So she admits that she's the one that took out Mia Yim and basically constructed the entire demise of Rhea's Survivor Series War Games team, even though they still won. But they got it. She admitted it. Now that she's admitted it, Mia Yim is going to take a pound of flesh. She's whooping that ass, as you said, in her Timbs, which was fantastic.
That's what I kept saying as I'm watching. Like, yo, she is doing this in her Timbs. Like, she really did come out here in her Timbs to whoop her ass.
They end up brawling out of the arena, and then Shayna and her cronies come down and attack Rhea, who's actually fighting back pretty well. She gets out of the Karafuda clutch a couple times before all three of them get on her and lock it in. And then Shayna says, Rhea, you want a match? Well, so do I. I'll see you on December 18th. So that is the first exciting title match announced for December 18th. Rhea versus Shayna. I want to see that shit. I'm down. 2 weeks, women's title match on the line. Did you see Cassius Ono versus Matt Riddle?
Negative.
Did you see Kushida versus Raul Mendoza?
I don't even know what a Raul Mendoza is, so no.
Well, it was actually Cameron Grimes. It was Kushida versus Cameron Grimes.
I don't know what a Cameron Grimes is either.
Yes, you do. He wears the weird fucking hat. He's really hairy. Kate talked about how he's got a bush that sticks out of his fucking trousers. White guy. We've talked about this a couple times.
I kind of remember that. No, I didn't see that match.
Okay. You did see the main event though.
Of course.
So we got Team Ciampa, which is Ciampa, Dominic Dijakovic,
You can call
and
it Ciampa if you want to.
it's just easier to call it that because it was Team Ciampa from War Games.
I mean, I get you, but you know,
To be fair,
bask in his glory.
I've got a little issue, not issue, but like internal debate. So we'll get to that. Anyway, and Keith Lee versus the Undisputed Era in a 6-man tag team match because Bobby Fish is out with an injury. Great fucking match. Real fun. Balor comes down, fucking drop kicks the Undisputed Era, picks up and hits this fucking 1916 DDT on Ciampa, and then gets in the corner, pulls a little Doc Holliday from Tombstone, says, I got 2 guns, one for each of you. Aims them at Adam Cole, and then over his shoulder rises up a very angry Keith Lee. Travis, I stuck my hands out. I gave him the energy for the Spirit Bomb.
You gotta give
all
him
of
the
it.
energy.
All of it. Every time. Gave him the energy for the Spirit Bomb. He hits the Spirit Bomb. Balor, the ref is down at this point. He got knocked down earlier. Adam Cole then thinks he's going to take Keith Lee off, take him out, takes him out at the knee, goes for the last shot. Keith Lee scoops him up into a fireman's carry jackhammer. Keith Lee pins your NXT champion 1, 2, 3 in the ring. Now, normally, Travis would tell you that to beat the champ, to get a title shot is not something he likes or agrees with. But in this case,
according to the rules, you're supposed to automatically get a title shot, and he didn't.
Okay, no. So here's why there's an issue there, Travis.
Title shot.
Hold on, Travis. That's why there's an issue. Ciampa, A, was a champion who relinquished his title and never got a rematch. B, pinned the champion at War Games. So if anyone's entitled to a title shot, it's Ciampa.
Is this true?
Finn Balor beat Ciampa 1, 2, 3 in the ring. So now Finn Balor is entitled to a title shot. Now Keith Lee comes along and beats Adam Cole 1, 2, 3 in the ring. So, which is why we need motherfucking GMs, because they're important to the way wrestling works now. William Regal comes out, tells us that next week on NXT, in your main event, for the number 1 contendership to face Adam Cole in 2 weeks on December 18th, the same night that you get Rhea versus Shayna, it will be Finn Balor versus Tommaso Ciampa versus motherfucking Keith Lee. The winner gets Cole for the title. I don't even care who wins, Travis. I want to see all 3 of those matches.
Yeah, exactly. I would
like when we talked about giving us stuff to like make us want to watch next week.
Hell yeah.
This made Kate does not watch NXT on a week-to-week basis. I just told her what was happening. She goes, remind me, I'm going to watch that next week.
Hell yeah, man. I don't even know who to pick because he's like, I want Keith Lee to win. I want to bask in his glory. But, same time, I still respect Finn Balor. I don't know Tommaso that well, but I enjoy what I've seen of him so far, so I wouldn't mind seeing him win either. So it's just like, let's see what happens here. I'm into it.
See, I'm in kind of the same camp as you, except I respect the hell out of Ciampa. He's been a badass since his return. I've loved everything he's done, so I want him to win. But I also want Keith Lee to win. And then, as you said, I'm cool with Finn Balor winning too, because no matter what, any one of those 3 matches for the title is going to be fucking awesome. It is more than likely the last NXT, because I don't think NXT or AEW are going to run on Christmas. So it is the last show of the year that we get an NXT or an AEW. There is a good chance that we leave December 18th with a new women's champion and a new AEW champion. And it could be Tommaso's second, Finn Balor's third, or Keith Lee's first. So now they've got me locked in for 2 weeks in a row now. 2 weeks straight, I have to tune in to watch NXT.
Give you a reason to watch. Give you a reason to say I need.
And you
to
didn't
come
even
back
want to
next
watch this
week.
show. You didn't even want to watch this show.
I didn't.
It's the best wrestling of the week.
I didn't. You're right. I fought it. I'm still fighting it on AEW because I really don't want to watch that anymore. But it's fine. I'll keep doing it.
If we get to a point to where it is that much of a chore, if it has not picked up and locked in your interest, I will babble about what happens to AEW while you're looking up Panda gifts, and we can do that.
We'll talk about it. I also enjoy complaining.
All right.
So we can do that too.
Okay. All right, Travis, you want to go ahead and plug the whole spiel?
Wait, huh? What happened?
Patreon.
Oh, I'm like, what the
all
fuck
that.
are you talking about, bro? All right. Yes, people. Look at me right here. If you're listening, just perk your ears up. I know. I tune Matt out sometimes too. But we love what we do here. We do. We love giving you this content every week.
For free.
For free. We've been giving it to you for free for so long, and we will continue to give you this particular content for free every week. 2 years. 2 years we've been giving it to you for free. And we'll keep doing that. But we want to give you more. But in order for us to give you more, we can't do the more for free. We need a little bit of support. Just a little bit. Not even a lot. Just a little bit. If you could throw us $1, go to patreon.com/creationworld. Throw us $1. And we'll shout you out because we appreciate your support.
Dollar holla.
As Matt likes to call it, the dollar holla.
In a very bad Teddy Long impersonation, by the way.
Holla, holla, holla. Now, if you want to support us even more, throw us $5. You can put 5 on it.
5 times.
Throw 5 on it, and we'll give you some other content that we're producing a month early. Now, because we love you, we'll give you that content, anyway, a month later. It'll just be late on it, Everybody else will see it already and be like, I saw that shit. You late. But if you throw us 5.
And that content includes.
Yes, the content includes Return to Wrestling from us, which we go back and we check out old WCW content, starting from the very first Monday Nitro. Matt is throwing up the Diamond Cutter sign because he's a fan of DDP. Also, if you're a fan of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, we're doing source material, which is basically us covering the comic book source material that, gave us the Arrowverse. Also, on top of that, there's a show that I'm doing with Jonathan Jums Gruzius called Space Stuff.
Butt stuff in space.
There's no butt stuff involved. I looked back at the script, made sure there was no butt stuff so I can say that, confidently. I wasn't sure before because it was me and John. But there was no butt stuff involved in that. There might be in the future because there's other scripts being written. It might end up happening. But right now, there's no butt stuff. However.
So they get those 3 shows.
Yeah.
And the shout out for $5.
$5.
3 brand new shows. One from Travis Amara, one from Travis and John, and another wrestling podcast, and a shout out on whatever podcast you want. $5.
If you ask nicely, we'll do it on all 3.
What else they got, Travis?
Throw us a little more. We'll also throw in some behind the scenes content. I believe that's 20. Is that 20? We'll say it's 20.
That's 20, and I don't even know what he recorded. I say some stupid shit before we get on here. God knows what he's got.
You really do. Mars edited together some behind the scenes content from all the shows. We'll put that up also.
Oh, shit.
That's exclusive, though. That won't come out a month later. You can only get that when you contribute $20 on Patreon. That's hidden.
And with that $20, you still get those 3 shows and the dollar holler.
This is true. Now, if you want to throw us a little more because you love us that much, you can throw us 50. And if you throw us 50, you also get to contribute to our shows. You let us know, hey, you all haven't talked about this on the show before. Talk about this for me. So give us a topic to discuss. Sure. We'll do that for you. So you do that.
Any show we want.
Any
We cover a review of wrestling every week. We will break up our podcast schedule and cover your topic for you if that's what you want.
Exactly. But some people that's not enough, Matt. Some folks that's not enough.
Not enough?
No. Some people want to be there.
Whoa, hold on. Wait. So for $50, they get to submit a topic. But let's not forget, they also get behind the scenes.
They do.
They also get the 3 podcasts a month early. They
do.
also get that dollar holler.
They sure do.
So you don't have to pay $20 and $5 and $1 and $50.
No.
One donation of $50, boom, that month covered.
All of it.
Submit a topic, get a shout out on all 3 podcasts, behind the scenes, and all 3 podcasts early. One payment.
One. But if that's not enough for you, you can do more. You want to go further. Like you want to be in it, in the thick of it. If you throw us 100, you can be on this shit. Any podcast you want.
In the bush.
All up in that.
Deep in that bush.
All up in it.
You can be smacking it raw. You can be super flashy. You can go on the show that I am not going to be allowed to go on ever again.
Nope.
Because I invented Dollar Holler and other reasons.
Never.
Creation conversation. And do the stuff that I've wanted to do and only got to do once for so long. Be on those shows. Be a part of it. Get in the conversation. Let everyone hear your opinion on what's going on. Tell me and Travis what we think. Talk shit to us. We'll talk shit to you. It'll be fun. And on top of that, you still get to submit a topic. If you want to come on an episode for the topic you submitted, we'll make that happen. And you get the behind the scenes. And you get the 3 podcasts a month early. And you get a shout out, probably on the podcast that you're on. But if you want, we'll shout you out on the 2 that you don't show up on.
Yeah, why not?
So for $100 total, you get every perk and you get to show up on the show. But that one is limited.
Very limited. Well, the topic one is limited too, I believe. Yeah, that's limited also. Or we can take so many because we can't have submit a topic and then we won't even get the show done,
Exactly.
But yeah, get in there. We would love your support. We appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much.
You guys can find all of this intro at https://linktr.ee/creation world. Creation world is CREATIAWORLD.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description of the podcast.
It's also on my Twitter at Matt Ritter. That is at MATTRIDDER. It is on that Twitter under my website. The link tree for Creation World is there. So you guys can just click there. It's got the Patreon. It's got the Teespring where you guys can go get merch from our podcast, T-shirts, hoodies, leggings. It's Christmas time. Show us some love. Show us some support that way. If you guys don't want to
there,
spend,
but I'm sure if I try hard enough, I could even get you a Smackin' It Raw thong.
Okay, there you go.
Just ask nicely. I bet I can make it happen.
Linktree has links to everything, including our Pornhub, including our YouTube, and where we get the merchandise and the Patreon. So you guys can find it all there. So it's linktr.ee/creation world to go check that out. And there you guys can find everything you need. And you guys can find Creation World.
Description below so you can just click it.
There you go.
Don't let me forget.
Find Creation World on Twitter at Creation World. That is at The Creation World. TheCreatiaWorld.
Yup.
On Twitter at The Creation World. Travis Pointer at Sir Cussalot. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. And as we've said already, you know where to find me on Twitter. Please go follow Travis and Creation World on both Twitter and Instagram. You guys have the handles. We'd appreciate it. We need more followers for Creation World. And if you guys start following us,
we definitely need the followers on Twitter.
We will start posting links to where you can find everything. So all you got to do is go there, and you'll be able to find the YouTube videos or the Pornhub videos or the podcast links or whatever you need. So the more places you interact with us, the more places we make it easy for you to find our shit. That's how this works.
Yeah, man.
Facebook.com/group/Smackin Raw. We have a poll going on right now that I'm doing a terrible job keeping up with. It is Best Manager of All Time tournament. Please remind me if I have not posted it by noon that I need to post the next matchup, because it's been so long that I start to forget that I'm even doing that. And then I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I didn't do that yet today. So please go check that out. Today's matchup is the sensational / Sister Sherry versus James
Sherry,
Mitchell.
if he was in WCW.
Or Sensual Sherry versus the Sinister Minister, James Mitchell. So go get your votes in there and please come join us. Also, you guys can find Facebook.com/Creation World on Facebook. And that's also got all the info that you're looking for and that you need. If you don't want to do Twitter, if you don't want to go to Linktree, you guys can go there and find that shit. And Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Also, it's a Facebook group, Facebook.com/groups/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Next week is their 100th episode, and it is the Crisis. Please go check them out. Please go give them a follow and a listen. Apparently, y'all like them better on Pornhub than you like us, so go there.
I mean,
however you want to do it.
In their defense, Mara's a lot more pleasant to look at than you are.
Depends on who you ask.
This is true, but according to the numbers, you know.
If it gets more people to go there, she gets topless every episode.
I will not confirm nor deny that.
That she gets topless every episode?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to see that, you can only see that on Pornhub. YouTube won't let that happen. So you're going to have to go to Pornhub and check it out. And watch the whole video because you never know. You might miss it.
This is true.
Anything else, Travis? Did I get it all?
Yeah, that's it.
Merch, Patreon. Oh, you know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
For Sir Cusselot, Travis Pointer. I am the Warden, Matt Ritter. We are Smacking It Raw, and we are that damn good.
Peace.